I feel like he was upset of how I was talking to him. That when we cut the conversation, because he was just resting for a few hours, that I never said I love you. And that was the last time I talked to him. My name is Coral Doolittle, and I am Corporal Humberto Sanchez's mom. He was killed in Kabul, Afghanistan in August 26, 2021. When he was a little kid, his dad was a really abusive person and really violent. So he grew up watching all that. So I think that made him that protector that he was at the end. In high school, he was his junior year, senior year, he didn't know what he was gonna do with his life. So I started like guiding him, why don't you join the military? So one of his things was like, I need to do something for my mom. And I think that's why he enlisted, because he wants to protect mom and his sister. I think that's when he find the purpose. Because he said, I'm gonna go to the Marines. And I said, why the Marines? And he just always replied, I just wanna be, if I'm gonna be there, I just wanna be a badass Marine.
My name is Ruben Roque, and I was Bert's oldest cousin. When I found out that he wanted to become a Marine, I was real proud of him, because it was something that I wanted to do. It's something that you want to do to give back to the country, that open the doors and give you a dream.
He spent 2 deployments in Virginia guarding the nuclear base that they have in there. But then when he come back to Camp Pendleton, he said, Mom, I'm gonna receive orders soon. He messaged me and said, Mom, I don't want you to be worried, but I think they are gonna send us to Afghanistan. He's like, turn on your news, the Taliban is taking over. We are supposed to go only to evacuate the embassy. And I said, are you scared? And he said, no. I trained for 4 years and a half. I prepared myself to do this, and we are ready.
When you sign up to the Marines, you always have one-way ticket. You never guarantee it back. And he told me, next time I get deployed, I ain't coming back.
On the 21st, I received a message. And then he said, Mom, I'm alive. Barely, but I'm alive. He said they sent like 100 of us. And there was thousands of people trying to get in. They just somehow like run over us. And a bunch of us actually got on the floor, and I probably have a few broken ribs. I am all bruised, and I feel like I was dying. I feel my spirit like leaving my body. And then he said, Mom, I think I lost all my faith in humanity, like after seeing all this. And I said, you have to help them. Like I was like trying to put in his head, please help, please do something for those kids. That I never said I love you, but I know that he knows that I love him. Then on the 26th, I just got up like normal. I right away, as soon as I got out of my room, I went to the kitchen, like start making my coffee, turned the news on, and right away I hear the Taliban. We just have an explosion. And then right away they say there's another explosion. And there's a gunfire. I messaged my husband, I'm like, I need someone here. He's like, nothing happened, nobody called you, nobody messaged you, you don't have an email. The day went on, and then I have to go pick up my kids from the bus stop. And then as soon as my kid got on the car, he said, what are you listening to? And I'm like, there was an attack in the airport. And then he looked at me and I said, and I know your brother is in one of the gates. And I think that by that point, my heart already told me like, your kid is not okay. And I hear my phone, I was not sleeping. It was 2 a.m., I was not sleeping, and I'm like, I hear my phone, and I'm like, I look at it, and it says California.
My name's Alan. I'm Corral's husband. I'd known Bert for a little over 3 years, the time we were together. To answer the phone call, to have the Marine Corps looking for you, not a position anybody wants to be in when they know that their son's deployed.
So they said, well, we are gonna be there in a few minutes. I dressed up and then I went downstairs and we were waiting at the door. They come in and then just like that, your son died serving his country. I am so proud because in between all the chaos, in between all the situation that they were living in, he said 115, 120 degrees, no food, barely any water. He was helping kids and women. I talked to him on the 21st and I encouraged him to do this. I talked to some of his friends after and they said he makes sure that he helped as much kids and women that he could. He was the most caring person and I think that all his background leading him to the Marines and to that exact time, like helping people at the gate, it was who he was and it was his purpose.
I suggested, hey, we should give back to the community. We should do something in memory of Bert. We should do something that he would have want to, help people to continue to move forward and, with people that are struggling or maybe in the same situation you were. And now we've started a scholarship in his name to give back to students who are struggling to go to school. We started an AMVETS post for veterans so that, we can give back to the struggling community of veterans. A lot of veterans struggle as they come back here stateside from what they went through, what they seen. She's taken what had happened to Bert and turned it into, those emotions, those powerful feelings into something that we can give back to the community in Bert's name, just how he would have wanted it.
The process is not easy, but I always think about he wants to join the military to make me proud. He wants to make the military to show me that he can be and do something bigger and better. And so when I go through the darkest moments, I always think of I have to be the best person, the best version of myself, just because I want to show my other ones that we can do something good out of something bad. And just how strong he was and how his death impacts so many lives, we have to do the same.